Let's take a look at what's happening with Tesla today on the 1-hour chart. It is having a hard time breaking 260.25. Let's analyze the tug of war between the buyers and sellers in order to make money. So Tesla is up $1.18. That's 0.46%, closed at 258.08. Post-market, we seem to be down by 50 cents. Let's look at what this looks like on the chart. If we don't look at what this looks like, we have no idea what's happening. After the big move on Tuesday, we have been maintaining ourselves quite well with Tesla. Yesterday, it was pretty much an undecided candle with the same length of wick at the top and at the bottom, but it was a green candle. So at least the buyers gained some ground. The buyers gained some ground also today. We gained some ground, and in terms of the good news, we made a higher low. So today, on average, people that are buying Tesla are buying higher than what they could buy yesterday. So that's the good news. And look at this perfection right here. Look at the low of the day, which is pretty much smack on our support at 255.23. So this is pretty good. Overall, we are pretty much even Steven also in terms of the grounds that the buyers made today and also the grounds that the sellers defended also today. Let's take a look right away at the 1-hour chart. The first candle is right here. So yesterday we had successfully bounced on 255.23 and we went higher today. First hour, second hour, third hour, we caved in. So we caved in at 260.25. This is on the 1-hour chart. We caved in there and then retested the support right here. Yes, we did not go as low, but this is a retest of the support. And we tried again. We tried again, making higher lows. And we did not quite reach 260.25 on that last hour on that 230 candle. Last hour, we opened right where we closed before, and then we started inching higher and higher, and we broke during the day that 260.25, and then we got rejected, and we finished at the low of the 230 candle. So in terms of indicators, let's look at them a little bit so that we can understand what is the pattern at play. DMI, we have the green line above the red. That's good. We have RSI above 50. This is good. We have the overall pattern of the RSI a little bit on the negative sign. We see decreasing tops on the RSI. So the strength in the stock is decreasing, even though we are making higher lows right here, and we should be increasing in strength. There's a little bit of weakening that we are seeing here. We have the MACD breaking over bearish on the 1-hour chart. This one is not too bad because MACD changes sides very often. As soon as a stock stabilizes either on the way up or on the way down, MACD is going to show a cross. We need to take this with a grain of salt. The stochastic is still quite strong at 86. The good news is that we are making higher lows. That's the good news. We need to break 260.25. If you see tomorrow that we are breaking 260.25 on the 1-hour chart, you can consider this a buy signal. If you are not in Tesla, this would be a signal to get in. And for those that are into Tesla, I would consider an exit below 250. If you entered when we had the buy signal on the 1-hour chart, you could have entered on Monday. You could have entered also last Friday. You still have a nice profit on paper, but if we break 250, would start to get queasy a little bit because breaking 250 would also mean that we are breaking this bullish trend that we have been in since last Thursday. This is what I'm going to do if this happens. Let's go back on the daily chart. If we zoom out a little bit on the 1-hour chart, we see things play by play. If we zoom out a little bit, then there's nothing to worry about if you want to play on the daily chart and are more of an investor and less of a daily trader or less of a day trader, let's say. Here, things are still good. If we look at our indicators right here, so, we have stochastic at 87. We have the MACD breaking over bullish. So this is good. The two lines of MACD are increasing and increasing. We have RSI at 58. This is good. And DMI is also good. This is another pattern for the RSI. When we were basically undecided with Tesla last week, right here, we still had RSI that was making higher lows and higher lows. So basically, relative strength index, this is what RSI means. is an indication of the strength of the stock. So, the strength of the stock was climbing, and even while the stock was just going sideways, and then what did happen is that we had a move up. So this is why I like to keep RSI here, and we can do a uptrend, a support line with the RSI. And when we are going to break this, then it is going to tell us that the trend of higher strength in RSI is over. This is going to be interesting information. But this is not there yet. And as I said yesterday, we are in a bullish channel, so we are supposed to zigzag anywhere in it. If we get outside of it, then we can start thinking about getting out. If a stock does not come down, why sell it? You can sell it because you want to keep some money, but what if it continues? I know people in 2020 that has sold Tesla after it had a reasonably good run, a 2x. Oh, Tesla did a 2x from April 2020 to approximately June of 2020. Okay, we had a 2x. That's enough. I should sell. That's one way of looking at it. This is the money way of looking at it. If you are using the pattern way of looking at it, there was no break in pattern. So why sell when the pattern is that the stock is keeping going higher? This is what we are doing on this channel. We are looking at the patterns. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is coming down even further. So this is great. This is great. This is helping us. So VIX is down 0.31, down 2.24%, closed at 1356. So we are back below 1409, which is where we were in July of this year. So this is fantastic. We should be happy about this. Okay, Rivian. Rivian is down 15 cents, 0.66%, closed at 22.73. Post-market, we are up by 1 cent. So yeah, basically this is what is happening. We had a nice day 2 days ago, and now we are really getting stopped at 23.59. So most likely this is what we are going to do. So the buy signal, if there is one, is a break of 23.59 with a good stochastic. So that's the valid buy signal if you want one. Then if you want to short that thing, make sure that stochastic is below 60 and that we break, I would have said 2016, but now the chart is talking to us and it's telling us that there's another support right there just below that one. And that support is at 1953. I would wait to short below 1953. Xpeng is down $1.09, 5.77%, closed at 1779. This is too bad. We had stochastic over 60. We had a break of horizontal resistance. This stock was de-risked. It was de-risked based on our criteria. But sometimes things like this happen. We cannot be right all of the time. This is one example. So this is a good reminder that when you get into a stock, just have an exit out as soon as the pattern changes, because our pattern in order to buy was a break of 1812. As soon as we go back from 1812, to me, I would just take my small loss and run away. Some people might decide to wait until we try to bounce on this bullish channel, because this is where we really are. We are into this bullish channel. But myself, I am a surgeon as when it comes to trading. I'm going to let it come down and see what happens. And then I can just come back in if it starts to go back again. And if it starts to go lower, then I won't be in it. So, I'm going to be okay with that. NEO, this one was a nothing burger. So we are down 40 cents, 3.75%, closed at 1027. We are in this congestion zone above 1021. No stochastic at all. So we are not going to touch this one for a while. So VinFast is going down fast. So we are down 6.56, 15.9% down, closed at 34.71. So we even broke our support at 37.33. This is going down. So this was really fun to watch, actually. Palantir is down $1.35, 8.27%, 14.98. I don't think Tom Nash is going to be talking about Palantir. He only talks about Palantir when it goes up. He does not talk about it when it goes down. Yeah, this is just going sideways and nothing to see here. It's too bad. We had broken 16. We did not have stochastic over 60. Each time you have a move up in a stock, even a break of resistance. If you don't have stochastic over 60, it's a little bit more risky that it turns back around. A little bit more risky. Xpeng had everything, still it did turn around. We are down 1.35, 8.27%, closed at 14.98. This one will need a little bit more time. Nvidia, we are up 91 cents, 0.18%, closed at 493.55. Post-market, we seem to be down by 1.55. Yeah, this is not the best candle in the world. This is a red candle, very tiny candle, so people are just undecided. We have the ex-dividend date that is coming very soon. If we maintain ourselves above 479.22, it's good. If we start to break it, then depending on your level of risk aversion, that would not be too bad, but we could still be bouncing on this. Let's look at our indices a little bit. Yes, so we just came outside of our bearish channel. We tried to go outside and we caved in. This is not too convincing. This is up 0.3%. So there's a little bit of hesitation to come outside of the downward channel. Dow Jones is dropping a little bit, is down 0.48%. We are still outside of the downward channel. That's the good news. S&P 500, we are still outside, down 0.16%. Nasdaq Composite is caving into its downward channel, but it's still up 0.11%. Let's see what the rest of the week is going to tell us. We have a little bit of a pullback and we have a hard time breaking for good our downward channels. US Treasuries is still down a little bit, so we like to see this. Gold is pausing a little bit, but pretty much even Steven. Silver is having a harder time. This is down 0.59, so we are still outside of our downward bullish channel. Oh, Bitcoin, we are just coming back down, minus 4.54. We are just back where we started. Ripple is just going sideways. It's weakening a little bit. It's trying to hold on to 0.498, and US dollar is rebounding a little bit. If we compare with all of the others, Tesla is maintaining itself quite well. Let's hope that it continues like this. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.